Learners that are feeling overwhelmed after receiving their matric results have been encouraged to seek help. Not all learners have done well in their final matric results, which could have an adverse effect on their mental health. Joining us now is Vanishaa Gordhan from the South African Depression and Anxiety Group. Vanishaa, a pleasure to have you on the program. Now, dealing with stress, especially from obtaining disappointing results, can be a difficult thing to do. According to your own data, would you say we are seeing an upward trend annually of learners and students who are seeking help for studies-related mental health issues?
So SADC has seen definitely increased number of calls. If we look at our pre-COVID numbers, we saw something like 600 to 700 calls a day. And right now we're receiving over 2,000 calls a day. So that means a lot of people, including students, including parents and their loved ones, are actually either experiencing symptoms of anxiety and depression or mental health issues, and are actually reaching out to find out more, to understand where can they get resources, what can they do, and how they can manage their mental wellness.
Now, Vanishaa, it's becoming clear that learners and students are under more pressure than ever before. Share a few tips with us on how to help learners through a stressful period.
So it's so important to create that environment of support and care and complete non-judgment. I think it's very important for parents, loved ones and students to have that open conversation. You know, if you're noticing that your child is not eating, not sleeping, or their mood or behavior has changed a bit, you notice that they even, they're not looking after themselves like how they used to look after themselves. Ask them that question. Don't be nervous to ask them. Be like, Mary, I've noticed that you haven't been looking after yourself. Is something the matter? Can we talk to someone? Do you want to talk to me? Do you want to talk to a sibling or a favorite aunt or uncle?
Now, setting aside a couple of minutes every day to practice mindfulness techniques such as breathing exercises has proven very helpful to calm down one's body stress response. How important is it to maintain healthy habits such as ensuring that you eat, sleep and also exercise?
It's very important because this creates a routine. And within this COVID space, remember, our routines were completely muddled when we went into work. All of these routines have muddled up. So it's so important to set a schedule. You wake up in the morning, you get showered, you get dressed, you have your breakfast, you have your lunchtime, and also you make that time for self-care and mindfulness. It's so important to actually know that mindfulness is so easy. It's something so easy to actually do. You can make a cup of tea and actually be mindful in making that cup of tea. So concentrating on putting the sugar in, pouring the water. Take that moment out. If you're feeling overwhelmed and you're feeling stressed, take some time out to refocus and get yourself redirected into that space of whatever you're doing. Even if it's just listening to your favorite song for 3 minutes or breathing.
Now, Vanishaa, setting aside realistic goals, whether you have several weeks or days or even hours before your exam, helps you to put everything into perspective. What is your word of advice to urge the matric class of 2021 to seek help if they are feeling a bit overwhelmed after receiving their result?
So I think it's so important. It's so important to set checklists, number one, but don't make your checklist or your to-do list 50 items long. Make it 5 items, make it 10 items, make it manageable. My advice to the 2021 matriculants, whatever your results have come, please be kind to yourself, be kind to others. Reach out to SADC if you need to speak to someone just about how you're feeling. Maybe you're not sure why you're feeling this way. Reach out, speak to the counselor so that they can actually help you understand, okay, I'm not feeling too well right now. These are my symptoms. What must I do? Where can I get help? So please reach out to SADC on 0800 567 567. Otherwise, you can go onto our website. It's www.sadag.org, and you're going to find toolkits, you're going to find videos, articles, just to help you understand what you're feeling right now.
That was SADC's Vanishaa Gordhan giving us some helpful tips there on how to deal with the anxiety as well as stress that's associated to exams and also after receiving results that are poorer than what you expected.